Okay, welcome. This is my first ever video tutorial, and I'm going to show you how I make swimmers. Now, you can comment and tell me I'm doing it wrong, but I'm just going to show you what I've learned since I've started sewing swimmers for myself. We live right near the beach and we have a swimming pool, so I sew them quite often and I wear them a lot, and nothing has failed me so far. So the pattern you can see here is one I've already cut out. I've cut it out in the outer, which is Spoonflower Sports Lycra. I'll link everything down the bottom so you can see where to get it from. Unfortunately though, this one has been taken off the website, I assume for some sort of copyright violation. So it's probably not the best one to start with, but I already had it cut out, so I'm going to show you anyway. The pattern itself isn't a legit pattern. It's something I've come up with. It's a bit of a hack of two. So what I have used is Megan Nelson's Rowan bodysuit pattern for the bottom half. I've used that one because I adore the fit on my legs. I've got a pretty flat bum and pretty chunky thighs, and this is one of the only patterns that I've never had to adjust the curve around there. So I love the fit so much, I want to use it for everything. And then I wanted a high-necked top. So this is a ready-to-wear top, bikini top. It's just got flat, can you see that? Flat back there. I don't like clasps, they annoy me. And it's got nice thick straps, although I won't be replicating those exactly because I don't have the right size elastic. And it's got cups, foam cups on the inside, which I find are pretty decent for me. Like, they offer more support than you would think. These ones have actually turned, I don't know if you can see that, they've actually turned around, and that is the problem with ready to wear, or some of it at least. They don't stitch the cups in, so they float around. That one's the right way. They float around, drive me crazy. So I cloned that, and there's a whole blog post on it, so I'll link that for you as well. But basically I just sat it flat and traced around it until I made a pattern, but it worked quite well. Okay, so what else have I got? So that's my outer. I've also cut it out in lining, which I'll assemble the lining first to show you, but that's the front. Actually, that's the back. That's the front. It's got the higher leg. That's the back of the top half, and that's the front of the top half. Now for the front, what we'll do first is I'll show you how I stitch the cups in so they don't float around and annoy you. I'll go into it more in a minute, but basically what I do is hold this piece up to my chest and see where I want the cups to sit. It's not a really technical or precise way of doing it, but I found it works really well for me, so that's how I do it. I've also got to show you some elastic. Now this is all swim grade elastic. It's higher density and in a couple of varying sizes. This one is really stretchy. I don't love it that much for me, only in areas where I don't need a whole lot of support. Works well for kids though, if you're sewing for kids. So there's that one. There's this one which I think is 6mm, and I think this one is 10mm, so it's even heavier. Good if you need a bit of extra support around the legs, things like that. Straps too. I always use elastic in my straps, but more about that later. So also what I've got here is scissors. I just like the little guys for snipping threads and trimming back seam allowances and stuff. Unpicker. You'll need it. I need it. And what I like to call turny thingy for straps. I really don't know if they have a proper name or not. And in here I have clips, which I prefer to use over pins where possible. They're just easier. Alright,